Okay, today we're in Romans chapter 2. Now, if you read with us yesterday in Romans 1, Paul left off telling them about sort of the history of sin and how bad it can get and how bad it has gotten in history and in culture. And then in chapter 2, when we open up, he says, hey, you may think that you can condemn those people from the first chapter, but you're just as bad, and you have no excuse. When you say they are wicked and should be punished, you are condemning yourself, for you who judge others do these very same things. Now, what Paul is trying to do is he's trying to make sure that everyone reading this letter understands. Whether you're a Jew, whether you're a Gentile, he wants to make sure that everyone understands that we are all under sin, no exceptions. He says in verse 9, there will be trouble and calamity for everyone who keeps on doing what is evil. First for the Jew, but also for the Gentile. And then look what he says in verse 10. But there will be glory and honor and peace from God for all who do good, first for the Jew and also for the Gentile. He says, for God does not show favoritism. Now maybe you read that and you say, well, wait, the Jew gets it first. Well, the Jew gets the reward first, but as Paul says, the Jew also gets the punishment first. So really there's no favoritism there. We're all equal at the foot of the cross, right? He says, even Gentiles who do not have God's written law, right? Because non-Jewish people didn't have the Old Testament. Even those Gentiles show that they know his law when they instinctively obey it, even without having heard it. And they demonstrate that God's law is written in their hearts, for their own conscience and thoughts either accuse them or tell them they are doing right. Right? Maybe you can think about that in your own life. That's so true. And then at the bottom, he sort of drives home this Jew-Gentile debate. Really, the question is, what makes a true Jew? And again, the Jews were thinking, well, you mean the people of God, right? So what qualifies you to be a part of the family of God? He says this, for you are not a true Jew just because you were born of Jewish parents or because you've gone through the ceremony of circumcision, which is in the Old Testament. This is what marked a Jew as opposed to a Gentile. He says, no, a true Jew is one whose heart is right with God. And true circumcision is not merely obeying the letter of the law, like the 10 commandments and all the other 613 commandments that came out of it. He says, rather, it is a change of heart produced by the Spirit. Now, if you remember in Paul's first letter in Galatians, he talks a lot about this. And this is the essence of true faith, of true Christianity. It's inside out faith. It's not religiosity or outside in faith. And so he says, and a person with a changed heart seeks praise from God, not from people. So anyway, he's talking here in this chapter about the Jew-Gentile debate. So you're ready now to read Romans chapter 2, and we'll see you tomorrow for chapter 3.